हेलो।
हेलो।
हेलो
हाँ सुजाता मैम।
मैम, प्लीज मेक मी को होस्ट।
या ओके।
ओके, थैंक यू मैम।
ओके, यू कैन शेयर योर स्क्रीन।
यस मैम। हेलो, good morning students. Welcome you to State Live Lecture of Geometry. Okay, I Sujata Verma from Kolaba Municipal Secondary School welcome you all to State Live Lecture of Geometry. Students, in previous lecture we started new chapter, that is revision of circle. Okay, so today we are continuing this chapter circle. This one is the session number 2. In previous lectures, means in session number 1, we see what is mean by secant, tangent, how we will find, how we will draw a tangent to the circle. Okay, so in today's lecture, we continue the next part of this chapter. Students, this chapter is very, very important. The weightage is total 13 to 14 marks. And this chapter is totally based on theorems and formula. Okay, if your concepts are clear, then you can easily score full marks in this chapter. Okay, so let's start today's session. So, in today's topic, yes, topics. So, today we learn circles touch each other internally. We take two circles that touches each other internally, and in same way we see the circle that touches each other externally. Okay, then by drawing and by then if in question two circles are given which are touches internally, we have to find the distance between them. Similarly, you can also find the distance between the center of two circles if they touches each other externally. Okay, now next is the theorem of touching circle. We see the theorem of touching the circle, then we solve, practice it 3.2. Then we start new topic, that is the arc of circle. Next is the central angle, measure of an angle. Then we solve few problems from your textbook, and then we complete our practice set 3.3. Okay, so let's start first topic. Okay, now first topic is circle touches each other internally. Okay, here we consider two circles. Yes, see, in this two circle touch each other internally. So students, see here are the two circles having center P and O. These two circles touch each other internally, means the circle having center O, okay, and the circle having center P, they touch each other and they have common tangent T. So in previous lecture, we see what is mean by tangent. Tangent means a line which touch the circle externally at only single point. So in both the circle means in tangent T is common. XY is common for both the circles. So in this way, we draw the circle which touches each other internally. Now next is the circles touch each other externally. So see, in this figure, there are two circles having center O and P, okay, and these two circles touches each other externally, and they also have common tangent xy, which touches the both the circle at point T. So in these two figures, tangent xy is common, but in this in figure 1, that is the circle touches each other internally, the tangent is xy, okay, and in another figure the tangent is xy, but this touches the both the circle internally, and this figure touches each other at point T externally. Okay, so let's see the next topic, that is the theorem of touching the circles. Okay, students. So see, theorem of touching circles. So what is the statement of this theorem? If two circles touch each other, their point of contact lie on the line joining their center. So in previous slide, we see how the circle touches each other internally or externally. So here, the statement of this theorem is, if the two circles touch each other, if two circles touch each other, their point of contact lie on the same line joining their center. So here we draw two figures. In figure A, having the circle having center A and B, respectively, they touches each other externally, and line L is the common tangent. In figure B, we have two circles having center A and B. Okay, these two circles touches each other internally, and L is the common tangent which join the both the circle at point C. Okay, now let's start the proof. Okay, now what is given in the figure? In the figure, point is given, point of contact of two circles with center A and B given, that point is C. Okay, so C is the point of contact of two circles with center A and B. Okay, so we have what we have to prove? We have to prove that point C lies on the line AB. We have to show that this point C, which is the point of contact of two circles, lies on the line AB. So let's start proof. So student, first we write, let line L with a common tangent passing through the point C. Okay, so in both the figure, point L is a common tangent that is passing through the point C of two touching circle. Okay, now first we write that the line L is the common tangent. Then we write line L perpendicular to AC. This line is perpendicular to AC. Similarly, this line L is also perpendicular to BC. Okay, so this line is perpendicular to AC and this line is perpendicular to BC. Now, see in figure B, same. Here is the, here also it is perpendicular, but from figure A, we easily identify that the line L is perpendicular to AC and BC. Okay, so through C, only one perpendicular line we can draw. Okay, only one perpendicular line means if we consider AC, then C point is there. If we consider BC, then also C point is there. So from this perpendicular statement, we say that through C, only one line perpendicular to the line L can be drawn. So from this, we get point C, A, B are collinear. Means if the point A, C, B are collinear, then easily we say that point C lies on the line AB. Simple 4 lines. You have to write down these 4 lines for this proof. Okay. Now next, we do practice set 3.2. Very easy practice set. Okay, first question. Two circles having radius 3.5 centimeter and 4.8 centimeter touch each other internally. Find the distance between their center. Okay, students, see. First, we read the question carefully. What is given in the question? Two circles. First, we have to draw the two circles, one having radius 3.5 centimeter, other having radius 4.8 centimeter. These two circles touch each other internally. Okay, so they touch each other internally. Find the distance between the center. So first we draw the diagram. Okay, so let's the two circle having center P and Q. Here we consider, let the circle having center, we consider two circles having center P and Q that touches each other internally at point R. Okay, so from this QR is equal to 3.5, means smaller radius, and PR is equal to 4.8 centimeter. So what we have to find? We have to find the distance between their center. So students, see carefully. PR is the larger distance and QR is the smaller distance. PR is equal to how much? 4.8 centimeter and QR is equal to 3.5 centimeter. So in such type of question, first you have to read carefully, then try to draw the diagram. In this figure, in this question, first we read two circles having center 3.5 and 4.8 centimeter. Then we draw the circles. Okay, and then we find, yes, two circle touches each other internally. So by theorem of touching, if they touches each other, then that means these 3 points are collinear. In previous slide, in previous theorem, we see if the circle touches each other externally or internally, then these 3 points are collinear. So P, Q are collinear points. So here, what we have to find? We have to find the distance of PQ. Yes, distance between two center. Yes, distance between their centers. So first one, larger circle having center P and smaller circle having center Q. So we have to find the distance of PQ. How we will find? We find PQ is equal to PR minus QR. Okay, PR means larger distance minus QR, then easily we get distance of PQ. So the value of PR is equal to 4.8 and the value of QR is equal to 3.5 centimeters. Substitute here, 4.8 minus 3.5 is equal to 1.3 centimeter. So from this, we get the distance between the center of circle touches internally is equal to difference in their radius. So in this way, we find the distance between their center. Okay, student, simple question for 2 marks. Easily you can score 2 marks in such type of questions. Okay, now next question number 2. Two circles having radius 5.5 centimeter and 4.2 centimeter touch each other. Yes, touch each other externally. So in this question, the word is externally. Find the distance between their center. Simply, first we draw the figure. Yes, here we consider the two circles having center P and R. Okay, and the circle having radius 5.5 and another having radius 4.2. Okay, so these two circles touches each other externally. So in this question, same, we have to find the distance between their center. So in this case, we have to find the distance PR. Yes, PR. So the two circles touch each other externally. So by theorem of touching circle, P, Q, R are collinear point. So in this case, we have to find the value of PR. So PR is equal to PQ plus QR. Yes, PR is equal to PQ plus QR. So PQ is equal to 5.5 and QR is equal to 4.2. Add them, we get 9.7 centimeter. So I hope you understood how we will find the distance between their center if the two circle touches internally or externally. The students, in case of internally, you have to subtract the larger radius minus smaller radius in case of internally, and in case of externally, add their radius. So see, Here larger radius is 5.8 and smaller is 4.2. So add them, you will get the distance between the two center. So in internally subtracting, externally adding. Okay. Now next, third question. Yes, if the radius of two circles are 4 centimeter and 2.8 centimeter, draw between their center. Figure of this circle touches each other internally and externally. So in this question, we have to draw the figure. Okay. So see, first, if the circle having radius 4 centimeter and 2.8 centimeter, so we draw. Okay, we draw in this way. Circle touches externally. Yes, this one the center having this one the circle having center P, having radius 4 centimeter, and in another circle having radius R, and the radius of the circle is 2.8 centimeter. See, if the circle touches internally, then in this case, first we draw the 4 centimeter and draw the circle of radius 4 centimeter, then take the distance 2.8 and then draw another circle. So in this way, you draw the circle touches externally and internally. Now next, question number 4. In figure 3.27, the circle with center P and Q touch each other at R. So see student, in figure 3.27, there are two circles having center P and Q. And this center, circles having center P and Q touches each other at point R. Okay. A line A line passing through R meet the circle at A and B respectively. Okay. So here we draw a line AB. Okay. So A is the point of circle having center P and B is the point of a circle having center Q. Okay. Prove that seg AP is parallel to BQ. We have to prove AP is parallel to BQ and triangle APR is similar to RQB. And third one is angle RQB, find RQB if PAR is equal to 35 degree. So student, such type of question may be asked for 4 and 5 marks. So listen carefully. Yes, first, the circle with center P and Q touch each other at point R. First, we write the given statement, that is, these two circles having center P and Q touches each other at point R. So by theorem of touching circle, we write PRQR collinear. Okay, this one is our first statement. Now we take first triangle, that is PAR. So in PAR, PA is equal to PR. Students see figure, PA is equal to PR, radius of same circle. Then if the two sides are equal, then their corresponding angles are also equal. That means isosceles triangle theorem. So we write, if AP is equal to PR, then we write angle PRA is congruent to PAR. Okay. Similarly, in another figure, QRB, or you can write in triangle QBR, QR is congruent to QB, radius of same circle. Similarly, we write angle RBQ congruent to QRB. Same condition apply here, isosceles triangle. So, from equation 1 and 2, here we get a common and we write this. If two triangles are congruent, then we write angle PRA is equal to QRB, opposite, vertical opposite angle. So, if we write this three condition, then we say that from equation 1 and 2, here PRA is equal to congruent to QRB by the condition of vertical opposite angle. Then we write angle PAR congruent to RBQ. See in equation number 1 and equation number 2, we write therefore PAR congruent to RBQ. Students, see PAR is congruent to RBQ. So it is a converse of alternate angle theorem. So they are a pair of alternate angle formed by transverse AB on seg AP and PQ. So we write AP is parallel to BQ, alternate angle test. So for first condition, consider first triangle and the another triangle and draw the isosceles condition. Okay. And for next second question, for second question, that is the we have to show that angle AP are similar to RQR. So in consider again APR and RQB. So we know that PAR congruent to QBR, vertical opposite angle, PAR equal to RBQ, alternate angle. So from these two conditions, these two triangles are similar. Which two triangles? Triangle APR similar to triangle RQB by AA test. Okay. And the third one, you have to find the angle RQB. PAR is equal to 35 degree. That means if PAR 35 degree, then RBQ is also equal to 35 degree because they are congruent. Okay. Then we in triangle RQB, this angle is 35 degree and this one is similar. So 35 into 35, 2 into 35, that is 70. So RQB is equal to 180 minus 70, that is equal to 110 degree Celsius, degree. Okay. So in this way,
Okay.
you find the angle RQB. Okay. Means for
Okay.
third condition, you have to consider the triangle RQB.
Okay.
Okay. Now next last question of this practice. Student, please mute yourself. Yes, practice set 3.2. Last question. In figure 3.28, the circle with center A and B touch each other at E. Line L is a common tangent which touches the circle at C and D respectively. Find the length of seg CD if the radius of the circle are.
चालू रहेगा
Hello students. Hello students. Please unmute. Okay. Now first we draw some construction here. We draw the seg AF is perpendicular to the BD. Okay. Now, first condition, the circle with center A and B touch each other at E. So, by theorem of touching, A, E, B are collinear. Okay. Now, in triangle AFB, see AFB. After construction, we get a triangle AFB. So, angle AFB is equal to 90 degree. Then according to Pythagoras theorem, we write hypotenuse square is equal to one side square plus other side square. So we write AB square is equal to AF square plus FB square. Okay. So here we have the value AF is equal, we have to find the value of AF, but we have BF is equal to 2 and AB is equal to 10. Substitute here, square of 10 is equal to 100 and square of 2 is equal to 4. Then 100 minus 4 is equal to 96. But we have to find the value of AF. So taking the square root of 96, 16 into 6 is equal to 96. 16 is the perfect square root of 4. So we write AF is equal to 4 root 6 centimeters. Simple, very simple question. First you have to draw the construction and then consider the triangle AFB. Okay. Then apply Pythagoras theorem and then find the value of AF. Okay. Now, as we know that, but CD equal to AF. CD is equal to AF. That is the opposite sides of rectangle. Here we get a rectangle. So CD is equal to AF. So if AF is equal to 4 root 6 centimeter, therefore CD is also equal to 4 root 6 centimeter. Okay. So here your practice set 3.2 is finished. Now we see the next part of this chapter, that is the arc of a circle. So students, see, we can draw a circle having center C. Okay. And then we draw a second which divides the circle into two parts. So in first lecture, we see what is meant by secant. Secant means a line which intersecting the circle at 2 points. Okay. So here this line intersecting the circle at point A and B. So this line divide the circle divide the circle into two equal parts. So see, any of these two parts, the common points of the circle and the second constituent an arc of the circle. Okay. So in this, we see we get two arcs, upper and lower, above the line and below the line. See in the figure, AYK, AYB, and another one is AXB. So this line divides the circle having center C into two equal parts, AXB and AYB. So the point of intersection of circle and second are called as the end point of the arc. So in this figure, AB are called as the end point of the arc. Okay. So here we get two arcs, AXB and AYB. So students, from this we can easily find which one is the major arc and which one is the minor arc. Minors means smaller. So AXB is the minor arc and AYB is the major arc. Okay. Now here we find central angle. Central angle means, see in the figure. Okay. So here we draw AOB. Yes, AOB. See in the figure. AOB. AOB is the central angle. Means it touches the center and making an angle of theta. So AOB is the central angle. And AQB. See, AQB is the major arc and APB is the minor arc. Means this central angle divides the circle into two arcs, major and minor arc. Okay. Now next, measure of an angle. So measure of a minor arc is always equal to its corresponding central angle. Okay. So in this figure, you can easily find out AOB is the theta. Therefore, minor arc is always equal to APB. Means minor arc always equal to the measure of minor arc is always equal to central angle. And how we will find the major arc? So subtract the minor arc from 360, then you will get the major arc calculation. Okay. And the measure of semicircular arc, as we know that the circumference and total measure of an circle is 360. So semicircular arc is 180 degrees Celsius and measure of complete circle is 360 degree. So from this slide, we see the major arc, minor arc is always equal to central angle and the major arc is calculated by subtracting the minor arc from 360 degree. Okay. Now again we see small theorem here. The the chords corresponding to congruent arc of a circle or congruent circle are congruent. So here we consider a circle with center P, B, and here are the two arc APB and DQE. Okay, so we have to prove that these two chords ABC and DE are congruent. So here fill in the blanks. First we consider two triangles ABC and DBE. Okay, so side AB, see in the figure, side AB is congruent to DB. Yes, the reason is radius of similar triangle. Okay, then we again write side BC. You have to fill in the blanks here. In first blank, write the side radius of same triangle. Yes, and in next second, yes, tell me in next the blanks. We consider side
Yes.
BC congruent to side BE,
No.
and angle ABC congruent to angle DBE, measure of congruent arc. So here we have three conditions. So from this we say that triangle ABC congruent to DBE by SAS test. If these two triangles are similar, then their corresponding sides are also congruent. So we write chord AC is congruent to DE, and the condition is congruence of corresponding sides of congruent triangle. Okay. Now you see, solve example. Here first
क्या?
question. ABC are a point on the circle with center O. Write the name of all the arc formed due to these points. Okay. Simple, very simple question. First write down the all the arc formed due to these points. Okay. So see, first we write arc AB, arc BC, arc AC. First we consider only two points, AB, arc BC and arc AC. Students, don't forget to write arc, ARC. You have to write arc AB, arc BC, arc AC. Then we consider 3 points, arc ABC, arc ACB, arc AC, arc BAC. Okay. So first answer finish. Now second, if major arc BC is equal to 110 and major arc AP is equal to 125. So ABC is 110 and AB is 125. So as we know that the measure of whole circle is 360. So first we find AC. How we will find our AC? Major arc ABC is equal to, yes, first we find ABC. So add this two, 110 plus 125, that is 235. Okay. Then we find major arc AC. So major arc AC is equal to 360 minus 235. So 125 simple. Similarly, you can also find ACB. Add a major arc AC plus BC. Okay. Then also find BAC. BAB plus AC. This way you can find the measure of arc. Second question. In figure 3.36, a rectangular is inscribed in a circle with center T. Prove that arc PQ is equivalent to arc SR. Okay.
सॉल्व
And
एग्जांपल 1 फिर से कराइए.
which one? First one. Hello. First question. First solve example.
Yes, yes.
Okay. See. इस क्वेश्चन में क्या बोलना है? ABC are the points on the circle with center O. Okay. So here ABC are the points which on the circles. Okay. First question is write the name of all the arc. You have to write down the name of all the arc. So you consider first 2 points. First you write arc AB. Clear? Arc AB, comma, arc BC, comma, arc AC. Clear? First we can assume only 2 points. Then we assuming 3 points. Arc ABC, arc ACB, and arc BAC. Clear now? First question, first part is completed. Yes?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. And in second question, arc value of arc BC is given 110. Means this value is 110. Sorry. BC is 110. Okay. AB is 125. As we know that total measure of a circle is, कितना होता है measure of a circle? 360. Okay. So first we find ABC. Add AB and BC. AB is 110 and BC is, AB is 125 and BC is 110. Add these two, we get 235. Okay. As ABC is 235 and we have to find AC. So 360 minus measure arc ABC, you will get AC. So AC is equal to 360 minus 235, that is equal to 125. Okay. Similar way, you can find ACB. ACB कैसे निकालोगे? 360 minus AB. तो AB की वैल्यू कितनी है? 125. That means 360 minus 125. Again, you will get 235. देन फाइंड BAC. BAC निकालने के लिए क्या करोगे? 360 माइनस BC की वैल्यू, BC 110, तो 110 माइनस करोगे तो 250. क्लियर नाउ? Now next second question. In second question, rectangle PQR is given. Okay, you have to show that PQ congruent to SR and arc SPQ congruent to PQR. Okay, so first we consider this one is the triangle. PQR is a rectangle. If in case of rectangle, the condition is opposite sides of a rectangle are congruent. So here we write PQ congruent to SR. Similarly, we write PS is congruent to QR. Okay. So this one is the condition of rectangle. Then second, chord PS. Yes. Here we name it as chord PS congruent to chord QR. So chord PS congruent to chord QR. And therefore, arc PS is congruent to arc QR. Arc corresponding to congruent chord. Now measure of arc SP and QR are equal. Then we apply the condition here. Measure arc SP plus measure arc PQ plus equal to measure arc PQ plus measure arc QR. Means these two sides are equal. Okay, here we draw. This is inclined by a central angle that is equal to 90 degree. So measure arc SP plus measure arc PQ is equal to measure arc PQ plus measure arc QR. So here PQ get cancelled. We get measure R SPQ. If we adding measure R SPQ plus PQR. So in this way we prove the second condition. Now next is practice set 3.3. Simple in first question. G, C, G, D, E, F be the points. Okay, with center C. ECF is given 70 and DGF, measure arc DGF is equal to 200. So find DE and DEF. Simple question. Yes. Solution. As we know that measure arc, yes, this angle is given. So measure arc EF. EF is equal to angle ECF. Definition of measure of minor arc. So here EF is equal to angle ECF. So ECF is equal to 70 degree. Therefore, measure arc EF is equal to 70 degree. Simple. Second, measure arc DE plus DGF plus EF is equal to 360. Here we consider the total arc. Okay. So we have the value of measure arc DE. Yes, DE. Sorry, we have to find the value of DE, but we have DGF and EF. Add these two and subtracting from 360. So we get DE is equal to 90 degree. Similarly, we find DEF. For DEF, add arc DE plus arc EF. So DE is equal to 90 and EF is equal to 70. So measure arc DEF is equal to 160 degree. Okay. Second question, again, in figure 3.38, triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle. So in case of equilateral triangle, first you have to prove that the arc RS congruent to QS congruent to QR. Okay. And also show that measure arc QRS is equal to 240 degree. So first condition, PQRS is an, RQS is an equilateral triangle. So equilateral triangle condition is all sides are congruent. So means if all sides are congruent, then all arc are also congruent. So first condition is proof. Now second, measure arc RS equal to QS equal to QR. Okay. We assume it as X. All are equal, so we assume at X. Then we add these 3 and we get 360. Means measure arc RS, QS and QR is equal to 360 degree by the property of arc addition property. Okay. Now, measure arc RS plus QS plus QR is equal to 360. then we assuming the value of each arc x. So x plus x, that is equal to 3x. 3x is equal to 360. Divide the 360 by 3, so x is equal to 120 degree. So from this, arc RS is equal to 120. Arc QS is equal to 120. Similarly, QR is equal to 120. Okay. So here we find QRS. So students see QRS. QRS means add arc QR plus RS. So QR is equal to 120 and RS is equal to 120. The 120 plus 120 is equal to 240 degree. Clear? And the last question of practice set 3.3 is in figure 3.39, chord AB, yes, chord AB is congruent to CD. So prove that arc AC is congruent to BD. Okay. So proof chord AB is congruent to BD. Okay. So if these two chords are congruent, then their corresponding arc also congruent. That means AB arc AB congruent to CD. Now we consider the major arc AB. Okay. So this major arc AB is congruent to CD. Right. Therefore, arc AC plus BC is equal to BC plus BD. So here AC get cancelled. We get, BC get cancelled. We get arc AC plus DB. That is congruent. So hence proof. Simple question. Third, first we take our given condition, chord AB congruent to CD. So if these two chords are equal, their subtended arc are also congruent. So we write arc AB congruent to arc CD. Okay. Then we take ACB as AC plus CB and CBD as CB plus BD. So BC get cancelled and we get AC congruent to BD. Okay, students. So here we finish our practice set 3.3. Okay. If you have any doubts, you may ask. Hello. Any doubts, students?
No, ma'am.
No,
Okay.
no, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
खुलेला ma'am.